Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison's your new best friend.
Hey everyone. Hi. Hello. Welcome to another very exciting episode of Alison Rosen is your new best friend. I am here in the pod cabin with your husband and mine, Daniel Quantz. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going great. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to tell them that?
I have no problem
Friday
with them
for
knowing.
us, but that sounds like I'm rubbing it in your face.
Yeah, it is because
you're
you
listening to
just
this
suck
on
it.
Monday.
It's Monday.
That sucks. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but for parents, Monday is sometimes an easier day than a Friday because you're like heading into the weekend of just a lot of kids.
Fridays are my new Mondays.
Fridays
are my new Sundays.
But you said earlier today, you said, why does today? No, what did you said? Tomorrow. You said tomorrow has a real Sunday feel.
No, today feels like Sunday.
Oh. So you're
Maybe
feeling
that's
dread.
why, because for me, Saturday, Sundays are harder.
So are you feeling dread?
No, I was just feeling like today just felt like a Sunday, had a Sunday vibe. And then I realized that every day feels like a random day. It's like I wake up in the morning and I spin one of those prize wheels and it lands on a random day. And that's what it feels like. Today's Sunday for no reason that I can figure out. Hi.
Can I tell you something that's annoying me?
Yes.
The amount of clutter on this table. And I feel like it was a contagious annoyance because Tony is at home this month. He'll be, hi, Tony. So he's home this month. So Jeff Fox is filling on the group show. And I was telling Jeff what time we're recording on Monday. And then he said, would you mind if I get there a little bit early to straighten out, to tidy up the cord situation? And I said, that's totally fine. I just need a little slack in this one area. But other than that, it's all fair game. And then he's like, what was his? I can find his exact word. Cord.
Definitely get his exact words.
Well, we need to know if he said cord chaos, cord anarchy, cord clutter. He said cable mayhem. That's what it was. He said cable mayhem gives me agita, but so does everything. Hopefully Tony won't take offense. Tony, do you take offense? Insert a drop that indicates if you do. I'm convinced Tony won't, though. I think sure Tony also has been annoyed by this.
I don't think Tony likes this either. But...
No one likes this. But I didn't mind it until now that I'm staring, and it's like I've got a deck of tarot cards because, remember, my therapist gave me that homework that I didn't do. And then I've got the top of this deck, Let's Talk. I'm just going to throw that over there. And then I've got this book, and I've just got shit. There's just shit everywhere.
But, that's like your whole life.
I know. Do you want to tell them about the camera situation earlier?
What do you mean when it fell? And what do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's just like we have so much shit in our fucking house. Ugh. And I don't have anywhere to put my camera, and so I put it on top of the printer, and then it fell off the printer, and there's a candle under there with a glass
holder,
container, and it broke the glass all over the place. It's a great story, but I'm just over it.
How do we always have so much shit?
We just have too much shit.
I know, but I feel like if we clear it out, then it grows overnight. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but I'm just saying how are we in this situation always?
Well, part of the problem is that we don't have
storage.
Well, yeah, but we don't have we haven't defined places where things go.
Right.
Part of the reason for that is we moved in. We had so much goddamn shit when we moved in that we just shoved it all. All I could do.
Noted.
Was put it in the closets, because it was just boxes and stuff.
So it's your fault.
And there wasn't that ability to just go okay, here's the drawer for this, and here's the cubby for this, whatever. And so therefore, when we have new stuff, or there isn't anywhere to put it back, there isn't anywhere to put it, and so it ends up just piles, and I hate it so fucking much. But I am in the process of cleaning out I cleaned out our garage like a couple months ago. Not totally, but I created some space, and then I was able to. It's like one of those like tile games, you know, where it's like you got to move one tile, to move another tile. And so then that allowed me to move stuff from our office closet into the garage, and now we're clearing up space in the office closet, and I'm going to buy some drawers and things to start organizing, and then I'm going to build in some this weekend, build in some shelves in there so that we can put the printer and things, and that will clear up some space. I mean, it's just like a slow process.
Was that candle mine or your? I mean, it was mine, but like, had I put it there? I know, but had I put it there? Oh, okay. Okay, good. I'll sleep soundly tonight. Here's just a tiny microcosm of the problem. I have this small 3-drawer little organizer. It's small though. It's probably like, I don't know, 6 by 6 or something, 8 by 8, 9 by 9 even. Who's to say? It's like a little lucite container. It's got 3 drawers and it has makeup in it. And it also has masking tape on it, although it's opened from when I taped it shut when we moved. So it's old. And my new thing is like, just grab trash if you see it. Like our car is a disaster. So yesterday, as I was getting out, I saw this snack bag with like 2 goldfish in it, literally under, or as Owen would say, technically, that's his new thing, technically under the driver's seat. So I grabbed it, and then I saw a receipt, and I grabbed that, and then I was like, I wonder what if I made a rule, like let's each pick up 10 pieces of trash every time we leave. So I'm trying to if I look somewhere and I see clutter, I'm trying to just grab it. So I opened up the drawer, and I'm like, I haven't used this makeup in so long.
Totally. And also makeup, bacteria and stuff can grow in it. Like
I have pieces of makeup.
Like you should not be using, I learned this last night on TikTok, you should not be using old mascara. Old mascara will get bacteria and stuff in there. It's bad for you.
Thank you. Oh my God. I just remembered I did throw out something. I threw out.
Where's the fanfare music?
Tony, give me some kind of something or other to indicate that I did something. Tee-hee.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. A perfect drop.
I'm just wondering if he should use Hooray For You. I don't think so. Hooray For You, we haven't used it in a long time though. Hooray For You is like
that's more
if someone's boasting. Right. Yeah. But so anyway.
No, that's like a sarcastic hooray for
right. You. So look, Daniel, you're getting propagandized.
What do you mean?
You're getting propagandized by big makeup. It's true you shouldn't use old mascara. That's probably one that you don't want to use. But makeup.
No, that was the one.
Okay.
That was the one.
Because they're like, if you haven't used this in 7 hours, you need to throw it out. They would have you throwing. I still have perfectly good things from 20 years ago. Anyway, which is disgusting, but they don't make them anymore. So anyway,
eyebrow pencils, obviously you could use forever.
I open up the drawer, the bottom one, and I'm like, certainly there's stuff that I can throw out in here. And then I pick up this little lip gloss and I'm like, well, but I think I used that a long time ago and it was really pretty. And then this one, oh yeah, I don't know, I might want that. And anyway, on and on. And then I open up the middle. There is a gold eyeshadow in the middle from the last time I dressed up as Cleopatra, which was a long time ago. But I didn't throw that out. And then I was just like, I can't. I could want any of these at any time. So I found a NYX liquid eyeliner that was pewter, which now that I've had my colors done, I know is not right for me. So that one I was able to get rid of. But I also should just pick up the whole thing.
At this rate, your desk will be clean maybe by the time that we colonize Arrakis.
Is that the planet we're going to?
Well, Dune takes place 10,000 years in the future.
Can I have a Kleenex, please? Thank you. So, I've tried to get organized with the estate stuff. I have a banker's box on my desk and I have a bunch of folders and I've got auction, bills, deposited checks, house stuff. But even that today, I was talking to Citibank And I couldn't find a form that I needed to find. I'm like, how did it evade my airtight system? I've got a system, Daniel, and still it evaded it.
Okay, so two things. Generally, like the problem for people, for anyone, I think, is that like if you don't deal with something right away, you get used to it, and then you never deal with it.
That's
so you
why
got to
we're
get
together.
in the habit of dealing with clutter and trash as you're. I was trying to impose a new rule like a week ago or so.
What
I
was it?
said, "Clean as you go."
To me?
Yeah, and you were just befuddled as you are now by this rule.
Well, it's funny you say that because you're the one who like starts an art project or any kind of project with the kids and then just walks away and leaves it all there. I love you. That came out a little more harsh than I intended.
I never do. When was the last time I started an art project with the kids?
You'll like purchase a bunch of new stuff and then it just sits there forever.
No, I always put it away, but then someone will take it back out and leave it there.
Wait,
that's not my fault.
When did you say clean as you go to me?
After my mom left, I said, okay, now that my mom's gone, because she was amazing at like just keeping our house tidy.
Yeah.
I was like, the rule is clean as you go.
What have I not cleaned as I went?
Whatever you're doing.
I know, but the problem
you were confused by that as a.
No, I'm not.
Well, you were when I mentioned it.
Yeah, I know. I have a vague memory of that, but I'm just. I was in the kitchen making something. I think is what is.
The kitchen's a perfect place for that rule. That's in fact.
Cleaning as I go would not help me find the city form though, because that's from a while ago. It's an example of me not cleaning as I went.
Well, no, it would have been clean as you go if you applied it to your desk. Would be like put things away in their proper place.
Oh, I don't have a proper place.
Well, yeah, so that's
and
the problem there.
proper places like my dresser is not functional except for the top 1/16 of every drawer.
So that's a major overarching problem, and a lot of are. But in the kitchen, I'm often like just throwing, like I'm constantly all day finding just wrappers and things that should have been thrown away. Like just throw things away or put them in the sink when you're done. Like you don't even have to clean it. I bought a bin. So because we have one of those. By the way, whoever invented the farmhouse sink needs to get. What's the worst thing you could do to a person? That's what they should do to that person.
Leave a mean comment on their video.
Like it's useless unless you're in a fucking I don't know. You're like
farmhouse, I guess. What are you doing? Like washing an entire chicken?
Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of the sink is.
For whom was the divided sink not enough sink?
It's like not even just like the divided sink. Also the non-rounded edges and corners. Like
that's just dumb.
A fucking sink should not have sharp corners.
Yeah.
You know how fucking hard that is to clean out, and then it's not even angled towards the drain. Like every single thing about it is like someone who didn't know what a sink was. Mm-hmm. They just like, it's a bin with drain. That's it. Bin with drain. That's all it is. So no. So I put a plastic bin in there so you could kind of keep the dirties together.
Do I not do that?
You may have done it once.
I don't think that's true.
It's not. I don't think it's a habit. Let's just put it that way.
Are you talking about the kids? Me doing that with the kids stuff or my own?
Yeah. Anything. So it's like it's constant. If I'm
this
not
is a character attack.
I'm just saying like clean as you go means clean as you go means.
I feel like I do that.
If it's dirty, just put it in there. If it's throw it away.
See, I think
keep the counters clean. Just keep it.
Oh, I would love to.
Then do it. I would love for you to.
Well, see, we have a little bit of an ish because we both think the other one is the one causing the problem. Let's spend this week figuring out, guys. Next week we'll have an update on who it really is, and this will be great for our marriage. You point out stuff that I should have done, and I'll point out stuff that you should have done.
Okay.
Deal. Shake on it, but in a nice way. I mean, not the shake. The shake was good, but I mean, like. Actually, the shake felt like you barely wanted to touch my hand.
Well, I didn't want to hurt your hand.
Thank you. Because your handshake is crushing.
Well, no, you shake like this.
We don't have.
And you have like little bird hands.
We need video more and more. I feel like we do. Give me a real handshake. Oh yeah, it is a little firm.
Your bones. You have like delicate little hand bones.
Well, maybe I should do hand exercise. Oh, I watched a video last night of this. Let me see if I can do it. This woman was talking about doing hand exercises. You do it with your eyes open first, and then you do it with your eyes closed. And it has to do with like neuroplasticity or something.
Oh, it's like hand-eye coordination type thing?
Yeah, it is. Interestingly, it is easier when you do it with your eyes closed. I don't know why. I think because she was saying that when you do it with your, well, now I'm messing up. When your eyes are open, there's so much information coming in that you're very distracted. But when you do it with your eyes closed, then something, and this is neuroplasticity. I just fought off Alzheimer's.
What was I just seeing that really helps with Alzheimer's, prevent Alzheimer's?
Magnesium, ginkgo.
Is it magnesium?
I have no idea.
Well, clearly I'm not doing it. Sleep. Sleep. That's why my Alzheimer's is getting worse. That like lack of sleep is a big contributor.
Why is that though?
When you sleep,
look how I'm so suggestible. I just yawned when you said sleep.
when you sleep, your neurons shrink a little bit, and it allows a cerebral fluid to flush your brain of all of the waste products that your cells create during the day, and so it kind of like cleans it out.
Oh, so you have like brain poop in there otherwise.
Yeah, and so if you don't get enough sleep, that process doesn't fully happen, and you end up getting, I think, it just like builds up. So you need to like get enough sleep so your brain can like basically cleanse itself.
Did you know there's something called neuro breath? And this is another thing
I've heard of
found
this.
Yeah, where if you have brain damage, apparently there's a very specific smell.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
Yeah, I know. That I think the new Apple Watch will be able to detect neuro breath.
Really?
You breathe into it, and then it'll be like,
You're joking.
it'd be like, you crazy.
Does it actually have like a breathalyzer on it
No.
or something?
No.
Okay. So, health update. I'm trying to remember what I had shared on the last show. I'm now I'm almost a month out. I'm 4 weeks out from when I had my hysterectomy. I still don't have a uterus. I still don't have ovaries. They have not grown back yet. They don't grow back, but even if they could, they haven't.
Mm-hmm.
I was having some...
I heard they grow back curlier.
thicker and curlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was having some bleeding. Did I share that on the last show?
Yeah.
I did.
I think so.
So, we can't use the word sleep on this show. It's like a post.
We just cut.
like a post-hypnotic suggestion. Yeah, so I was having some bleeding. I put myself on bed rest. I assumed my doctor wouldn't think it was anything because I've had checkups with both doctors now and they both thought everything looked good. But then I did send him a message just to be safe. And he said, rest and don't do any significant activity until I can get you on my calendar this week. Let's just make sure. So I really took it easy, made Daniel do everything, finally had my appointment. Everything looks good. So it's all good. I've had a little bit. Yeah. So everything's good. He said I could slowly increase my activity. But then yesterday, I just like massively threw myself into all my activity again. And then I started having stabbing sensations in my abdomen. So that was a little message from my body to take it easy again. So I took a nap at that point. I'm having trouble finding either I'm in bed or I'm just being my regular active self, which is really not that active, but more active than
It's hard. It's like people. It's like when you're walking.
And someone's walking slow, and you're like, "This is harder than if
it's
I
harder
just,
to walk slow than to just stop."
It is. It is because you have to be really mindful and deliberate with all of your actions.
Right. And your normal speed is like a slow walk. So you have to do like a really slow walk. You have to do like an exaggeratedly slow walk in order to be half of your speed.
For the record, I actually am a fast walker. I'm just a sedentary person.
Right. That's
that
really
true.
what I mean.
I have bursts of activity. Can I tell you, things that like for no reason pop into your head over and over and over and over?
Mm-hmm.
When I lived in New York, my sister got something stuck in her eye.
Mm-hmm.
This happened, like 4 different times. She had to go to the emergency room because she would get debris or something in her eye.
Just from walking around the city or something?
Yeah, but everyone walks around the city and doesn't have to go to the hospital.
Does she walk around with her eyes really wide?
Perhaps.
Not blinking?
Perhaps. I think she walked by a construction site or something. She got a 2x4 in her cornea. Not really.
Like a nail.
Yeah. So anyway, I picked her up or met her at the emergency room. And we were sitting there waiting to be No, we had already been taken back, and then it was like...
Was her eyes like bloody or something? Was it
No,
noticeable?
She couldn't open it. She couldn't open her eye.
She couldn't even open her eye?
Because it was like so irritated. It turned out that her cornea had been scratched by something.
Oh.
But she had been through this before, so she knew what it was.
Yeah.
She knew to go. So she's sitting there. She's like, her eyes like watering, and she's got her eyes closed. It was like a ride at Disneyland where you get like to the inside, and then you think, "Oh, I'm in," and then there's another line.
Right.
Like they took us to the back, and then we were seated again. Yeah. But there was a woman who was she was in scrubs, but she was going to be going into a room that said contaminated or quarantine or biohazard or something. Or maybe she had just come out of this room. But she was putting on a shower cap or a hair cap and like putting on I don't know, a robe or a gown or something. She was a medical staff, putting on these like things that go over her shoes, and she was doing it in the slowest way, like almost like I imagine if I ever were to watch a full ASMR like tea service kind of thing. It was like, and I was wondering, is she trying not to disturb the air around her? Is something about this very slow process because it has something to do with germs, or is she just the slowest human being I've ever seen? It was nuts watching someone move in such a like deliberately slow manner. It was weird, and it pops into my head a lot because it was so noticeable.
It's weird how much slow.
It was as slow as my story was.
Slow people drive me crazy. It's like one of those weird irritations, and that really speaks to something in me about like my need to just like if I'm out in public and there's someone slow, I'd be like,
if they're not even affecting you,
it's like, well, if I can avoid them, then it didn't bother me. But it's just like, take your fucking time. Like, oh my God. But I'm like rarely in a hurry, so I don't know why I don't care.
My concern is that I'm like, I gotta rush through this so I can get home and check my phone. Like, what is it before phones were people in a rush to? What is it we're in a rush for?
Well, I think the pace of life has increased. Although, I don't know, has it decreased since COVID? Maybe a little. Someone once said, and I thought this was really insightful, it's like remember that FedEx commercial in the 80s? And their tagline was, when it absolutely positively has to be there overnight.
Only very vaguely.
It's like this person said, before FedEx came around, rarely did anything absolutely positively have to be there overnight.
Yeah.
That the tools that allowed us to be faster made the expectation that things be faster there.
Oh, yeah.
So
isn't it weird when you order something online and they're like, it'll be there in 5 to 8 days.
So now we're like accustomed to things being like on demand and quick and there, and like, right, it's like to download one picture of a boob used to take like 5 minutes.
Is it one boob you're getting?
Yeah, it's
Was
5
it 10
minutes
if you
per
wanted
boob.
the set?
Yeah, a set, forget it. You can't even do that. You have to plan ahead,
Yeah.
And now it's like I want a boob immediately.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you can get that, can't you? Boobs on demand.
That's right.
When it absolutely positively has to be.
I go to justoneboob.com to get my boob.
Oh, that's where you should sell just the fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Or it should be just the cup and just one bra cup. Did I tell you? I meant to bring it up on the show. I may have brought it up in this sort of ham-fisted way. Remember when we saw that pair of extremely well, we didn't. I saw a pair of extremely perky breasts.
The painting.
Painted. Yeah, at Clearman's Northwoods Inn.
With the nipples pointed heavenward?
They were pointed heavenward, but I feel like they were also like one was going this way and one this way and one that way.
So they were like googly nips.
I think so. I'm forgetting. But someone sent me something that was like, I feel like this might be, and it was like Retruda tits or something. There's a subreddit like this is a fetish.
But
it's
isn't
people,
it a fake? This is something where the nipples have been placed, or it's like that because these are fake boobs, right?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not a man. I don't know.
Well, you're a woman.
I know, but
you think men know more about boobs than women? That may be true.
I think so. Well, here's the thing. Every man I know is able to comment instantaneously on whether breasts are real or fake.
Yeah.
Even you. And you are one of the ones who's like,
I'm one of the good ones.
Or you claim to be. You're like, I can't enjoy strip clubs. I can't objectify women.
Well, that's not because they don't like
those sound
boobs.
like lines. But I believe you. Like you're not like a drooling boobophile. Are you?
I generally don't drool. I think
how do you
women have boobs, but men are connoisseurs.
How do you know if they're real or fake? When did you acquire this knowledge?
Well, you don't always know.
Like I know if someone had a nose job.
There's certain tells.
But all men seem to
but I don't
have
think that's
gotten
always
the memo.
case. I think they're getting better. Like all plastic surgery is getting better.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying, don't you think that you all have the manual for how to know because you've seen so many sets?
Well, I actually wonder though if we're so used to seeing fake boobs that we actually guys don't know.
So what are the tells?
But there are
Right. It's like, how am I only noticing bad?
Well,
nose
sometimes
jobs?
you can see the implant.
Okay.
Although
so if
I
it
think
looks like it's like two
but I
like
wonder, is
scoops
it
of
like-
ice cream stuck
and
on
I
the chest.
actually don't know the answer to this, but I'm wondering if if they're under the muscle, maybe
right,
you don't.
versus over, yeah.
Um,
Where is that muscle anyway? Is it your pectoral muscle? What muscle is it? I'm
maybe.
squishing my breast as I do this. Like my breast is just, and actually this was confirmed. I am giving myself a mammogram right now. This was confirmed on my mammogram. My breast is like entirely fatty tissue, as opposed to what? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Glandular tissue, I guess. So if it's
guess.
under the muscle, it's weird to me that would make your breast bigger, because it seems like that would just make your chest bigger.
So Kylie Jenner,
She got half under, half over or something, right?
Yeah, she came out and admitted, and
Yeah.
I think that's what she had. So I don't
Excuse
know.
me.
What?
Excuse me, sir.
What?
You're not being much of an ally. She did not come out and admit. She offered the information because she is a girl's girl.
Well, no, but hadn't she denied that she had plastic surgery for all those years? Look, I'm not an expert in the Kardashians.
Oh, maybe.
I do not keep up on the
But
Kardashians.
I think she just got her breast done.
No, she
Really? She was admitting to an old breast
yes,
job?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Take it back. You are an ally.
Well, I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying that that's my understanding. So, but the nipples thing, like, I don't know, like, that just seems like you were asking me what the
I
what
want to know the
tells
tells.
are.
Yeah.
So, like, okay,
I want
so
the knowledge
sometimes you
of
can
breasts that
see,
13-year-old boys have.
Sometimes you can see. I think when they're there's a gap.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be like if there's a gap at the chest, then that means they're probably fake.
Mm-hmm.
Like natural breasts, they don't have a gap there.
Right. Although I have a gap, but I don't have much breasts.
But like if you have a lot of
If you
cleavage,
have big breasts,
Right.
but there's a gap. Yeah.
Right. Usually I can tell when I just go up to women and I feel their breasts. Which for me, they let me do it because I'm so hot. If you're like a ugly guy, they don't
Right.
like
If
that.
you're not a snack bar.
Yeah.
Snack bar's open, ladies.
That's right. I'm the snack shack.
What do you say when you do it?
I just
say
said,
it.
let me feel those. And they're like, sure. And they're like, ooh.
It's so uncomfortable for me when you do that. And I don't mean to me, but I mean like to other women.
I go, hey, excuse me, can I feel those? And then I go, honk, honk. And then I give them a boop on the nose. Women love that. They love it.
Can I tell you a story about my sister that I actually think back on in fondness, even though she and I are at a weird spot in our relationship right now? We lived together in New York, and we had the kind of faucet in our shower where it had a hot water and a cold water, separate things. And the hot water the cold water you turned clockwise, and the hot water you turned counterclockwise.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was so strange.
It wasn't intuitive.
It was ridiculous. And she said, you know how to remember, picture a 7-year-old going, boobies, boobies. And with my hands, I just did a
right.
You can imagine it. And I just thought that was a clever way to remember. Wait, not a 7-year-old. Ew.
I know.
Picture, were you like, what the fuck?
Like a 13-year-old.
No, a 7th grade boy going, boobies, boobies.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
All right.
Maybe 7th grade is even a little young. I don't know what age boys are honking boobs.
We told Elliot about the birds and the bees. Why he wanted
to know.
He wanted to know.
Yeah.
And there was a point, I don't remember what you were just telling me to knock it off.
Yeah,
There was
because
something I was saying.
I mentioned to my therapist that I think this is going to come up because on the airplane.
It's going to come up when? What? How?
Meaning, I think that he know. Well, I mentioned
Oh,
my
you
therapist.
mean
I think
beforehand?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she had given me some advice about how to have the conversation. So then,
what was the advice?
Be very matter of fact. Your discomfort will turn into his discomfort. So just be very matter of fact and just the
But
facts.
it wasn't a discomfort moment that
you were being a little hammy. And you were like, I know, it's a little bit weird, but...
No, that wasn't... No,
Well, he was like,
no.
Daddy, you're making it weirder. He said that. So then I was like, let me just get in here.
No, there was a word or something that I used, and you were like, honey, I can't remember, but...
Gash? I thought that was weird.
Yeah, I was just like, women... I don't even know.
You're like the twat.
I don't want to. But no, I can't remember. I felt like I was being fine, and you were really not thinking that I was.
He was becoming uncomfortable because of your tone. According to him.
No, I don't think that
he
was...
said he was.
No.
You well, sorry, you were right and I was wrong.
Thank you.
My fingers were crossed.
What?
My fingers were crossed. I
Does that
crossed my finger. It nullifies. Opposite day. It nullifies what I said. Opposite day. Who am I?
You're someone I don't want to be married to anymore.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, he was pretty grossed out by the whole situation, as one
one would be. He hasn't asked anything since then, though.
Yeah. Well,
but he already knew. This is the part that's weird. He clearly already knew, and I'll tell you how I know he already knew. On the plane, there was this cute, I may have already shared this. There was this cute baby in front of us who was popping up over the seat and looking at us. And we were both like, hi. It was on the plane to Hawaii. And Elliot has announced that he doesn't want to get married and he doesn't want to have children, which if I were a good parent.
But I was saying that when I was 35. So, that doesn't really...
Yeah, but look, you haven't changed.
No.
So anyway, I know, but Owen does want to be a daddy. So anyway, in fact, I heard them having that conversation this morning. Owen was like,
that's so sweet, but I need to switch that. I feel like...
Yeah, but Owen said because Elliot's like, I don't want to have kids and I don't want to get married. This morning they were having that conversation. And Owen's like, but you don't know what you want when you grow up or something like that. You don't know what you're going to be when you grow up. So do you need to deal with something?
but I'll get it later.
Are you sure?
Well, if I get it, then I'm going in there.
Okay. So anyway, I was like, you could have a baby like that someday. And he's like, no, because I don't want to have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, he's like, I don't want everything that comes before having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, but you wouldn't be the one who gets pregnant. And then he's like, no, but I mean like the where everyone gets crazy.
Yeah.
And the way he said that, I knew he meant sex, and somehow he knows some aspect of it.
Right. Everyone gets crazy. But did he see us? With the party hats?
No.
The noisemakers?
Yeah. So, but then remember Daniel, before bed, Daniel decides to tell Elliot about Black Widows and how what does she do? Bite the guy's head off? What does the female Black Widow do?
Doesn't she just eat him?
I don't know. Maybe. And I was like, no disturbing things before bed, please. So anyway, Elliot gets into bed and he goes, if I were a Black Widow, I would never get married.
I know. It's a good point. Yeah, you got to wonder. They must not know. Can we
take a time out? Yeah. Well, we're back. Everything good with your work? Are you still still employed?
No, it was just something came up for me to handle.
Okay.
So I need to handle it.
So anyway, two things though. I am having a bit of an issue with my hormone situation. And a while ago, Tony, I don't mean to call you out publicly, but I had said to Tony, could you please make some kind of drop or thing for hormone chat?
Oh, yeah.
And then he just ignored it. Like men always do with women's problems.
Mm-hmm.
And the hormone chat did decrease.
Yeah.
But then it's back now. Tony, it's back.
They could probably hear your mustache rubbing against the mic. So,
do you have a small portable fan? So anyway, here's the deal. I'll try to make this as fast as possible. If you have a uterus, if you're going to take so hormone replacement therapy, the estrogen is what treats the symptoms. So it treats the hot flashes and it treats the dryness and it treats all the night sweats and all that. Oh, by the way, I had a night sweat last night. Oh boy, let me tell you.
Great.
Yeah. Strictly in the crotch region. Just a moist crotch.
Just swamplands.
Yeah. Pretty bad. Where Peter likes to sleep.
Now we know why.
Well, it's egg and carrot or whatever the fuck it is.
Jesus Christ.
Are you checking your phone?
Now we're talking about egg and carrot crotch.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What?
I'm saying it's egg and chicken. I was making a joke. It's like, am I sweating because Peter's sleeping there, or is he sleeping there because I'm sweating?
It's like the old story. What came first, the egg or the carrot?
That was the joke I was making. I mean, it wasn't a joke.
Just move on. Let's move on.
So anyway, if you have a uterus, you need progesterone as well, because they call it unopposed estrogen. If you're taking estrogen unopposed, then it can raise your risk of cancer. So I have been taking something called the combi patch, which is a patch that has estrogen and progesterone or progestin or whatever in it. However, now that I don't have a uterus anymore, I don't need both drugs. I could just take estrogen. Because I have endometriosis, there is some there's reason for me still to take progesterone, because theoretically some endometriosis could have been left behind and the progesterone prevents that from growing or something. So at first I was like, I'll just stay on the combi patch. I've been feeling good on it. The problem is the patch itself is very itchy and uncomfortable. I needed to increase my estrogen. And so I'm now wearing 2 patches. The small additional estrogen patch does not itch at all. Like I can't even feel it. So then I was like, this is kind of a quality of life thing. Maybe I should switch to just estrogen, which is something I had talked about with him before the surgery, because it doesn't itch. So I switched to just estrogen. Daniel's eyes are half lidded. You are not an ally. I switched to just estrogen. The patch felt great. And then Tuesday night, I was like, I don't know. I just want to cry. And it feels very hormonal. Now, the words that came along with the feeling were, I miss my mom. I miss when I had closeness with my sister before all of this shit went down. I miss having a childhood home. My life has changed so much in the last 6 months. Like, I can't believe all I have in this world anymore is Daniel and the kids, but that's all I had before. Also, realistically, but I thought that I had a family. And now, those are all legitimate thoughts. But why am I crying over them on this rando Tuesday when normally I don't cry over them? So it's really hard to know. But I was like, I don't like what I'm feeling. I'm going to switch back to the combi patch. And I just took it off and put the combi patch back on. And I mentioned this to my doctor and he's like, okay, you're switching too much. It's like you can have your estrogen up here and feel fine. And you can have your estrogen down here and feel fine. It's not the level of estrogen you have that affects your emotions, is what they believe. It's the up and down of it. That's where you get emotional. So basically, he's like, you lost your mom. You just had a hysterectomy. You need to give it like 3 months. I was like, fuck that, man.
You've also had a hysterectomy.
Yeah, I did. So I don't know whether it was elective or not. It's complicated. So basically, like, just choose one. I understand where he's coming from. It's not scientific to say, I feel like I'm going to cry, I'm going to change my medication. Just choose one and just stick with it and ride it out. So I've decided to ride out the combi patch because it is itchy, but for months now, I felt totally fine on it.
Right.
And I don't want to go through the feeling of adjusting to whatever. Anyway, but here's the thing I really started to talk about 6 hours ago. He checked the vagina area. Everything's fine. And then he's like, let me check your upper incisions, which is my abdomen ones. And he's like, those all look good. You can like peel, because some of the glue is coming off, you can peel that off. And then he said, how do you feel about he's like, you could probably use some scar gel on this if you want. How do you feel about your scars? And it was such a weird question. I hadn't even considered that I could have a feeling about my scars. It's
what
weird.
What kind of feeling would you have?
Like, I'm bummed that my body has 5 incisions on it, I guess. I don't know. I had 4 or 5 incisions from my last laparoscopy. But when I saw him for my first post-op, he's like, sorry about the height of the scars. There's just kind of no other way to do it.
Bikini modeling jobs.
Or my belly shirts, my bare midriff. Well, I care about my face and my neck and my chest.
Like, if you could just be a floating face in the world, you'd be happy.
I don't even think I'd be happy. I don't even want to exist with a face. But my face and my hair, I put energy into. The rest of my body is kind of like not my business. That's not true, though, as someone who is like has been like unhealthy about dieting and stuff. I guess all I mean is it didn't even occur to me to have a feeling about these incisions.
Right.
Because I don't do that part of my body is just 100% covered with clothes always. I just thought it was an interesting question. It was a thoughtful question that I hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
So now I am putting some stuff on them. Who knows? You can barely see the scars from the laparoscopy I had in 2011, so I'm sure they'll be fine.
I think it's the kind of thing you can't know until 6 more months go by.
I don't know anything. Yeah.
Because it's got to heal, and then you can see. I don't know.
Are you exhausted by my story? Do you feel like you've been through hell?
Well, you know how I love.
But I didn't talk about cysts. You hate cysts and skin stuff.
No, medical talk.
Medical talk in general.
In general, it's boring to me. But I mean, I know your audience likes to hear about it, so please continue.
Have you never cared? Jeff Drake told a story about brain surgery. Was that boring?
Well, I didn't love it, but it was interesting that he'd had it. So it's like, oh, that's wild that he had that surgery, but I don't like hearing about it. I don't.
Is it like political talk for me?
Yeah, it's probably we all have subjects that we're not. I did terribly in like biology. It's like the one subject that I didn't do well in.
And
no,
Spanish.
sorry, there are two in Spanish. Exactly. No, but seriously, just biology and Spanish were the only two subjects I struggled with.
Why? Why biology? I would think that you would. Is it
I don't know.
gross or boring to you?
I don't know exactly why it is.
Did you have a rapidograph?
Part of it
pen?
is that it's gross. Part of it is that it's just boring to me. Like it's just I couldn't tell you why.
Does every biology class do the thing where they make you get a rapidograph and you like draw? You look at a cell under a microscope and then you draw it? Because I would think you'd be really good at that.
I don't recall doing that.
Oh, you would have.
I mean,
that.
part of the problem for biology specifically is just like it's only memorization, and I just don't give a. It's just like I don't know. Like, what are we doing here? Why do I need to know what a ribosome is? Like,
what is a ribosome?
Fucking, I don't know.
Is it a thing? Are you thinking of a
like,
rhizome, which is part of a plant?
See, I don't even know.
I know this now because the plants in my fish tank have rhizomes.
But the thing is, now that I'm older, I have learned things that like, oh. Now maybe this is more modern research, so God knows what they knew when I was in high school. But like, if I'd have been taught this might have engaged my interest, like about mitochondria and how. Like mitochondria, they think was actually a foreign organism that merged.
What?
Yeah, and it's like it merged with the cell, and it became this symbiotic thing. But am I getting it? I think it's mitochondria. It's like the energy cell. It's like the battery of the cell. And so like this, when you talk about how rare. You go, oh, everyone's like, oh, there must be tons of life out there, and statistically, sure, but like. The conditions that had to exist in order for us not just for life to evolve, but for intelligent life to evolve. It's crazy. And one of those conditions. What?
I said, has intelligent life? I'm
true.
joking.
That's a good point. But one of those things is like this would have to happen. That you'd have to have like this merging of these organisms, and I don't know, like that kind of thing would have been interesting instead of just like memorizing that it exists. Like, okay.
It was too basic for you. So get this, Daniel.
It was pointless to me.
You couldn't understand the application in your life.
Or even what, like none of it. It was like, it was literally like you could just take some, it's as though someone said to me like, here is the world of Warcraft and all these alien or fantasy creatures, and you need to memorize them all.
You know what's weird?
Like, why?
History was always challenging for me, and because it was a lot of memorization. But biology, I was very good at, and it is a lot of memorization. Like, I'm good at memorization if I understand, I think, what I'm memorizing. History, and I don't know why I was unable to understand history, but like cash crops and all this emphasis.
History is a great example of the same thing.
Or we had a class called, I think it was called World Geography, and it was just like bullion and coffee and like trade routes and stuff. It required an understanding of economics and stuff that I did not have at that age. Like these were concepts that I didn't understand. What is a trade route?
Okay, so hold on. So like,
and also a ribosome exists, and I'll tell you what it is after.
But real quick, like when I started to do art, take art seriously and learn like, okay, I have to learn like, anatomy. Like in that context, it's easy to remember and fun because I'm learning about it in a context,
right?
That it's like, okay, I need to learn these bones. I need to learn how these bones work together because I need to do something with that. There was like a purpose to it as opposed to just memorizing it. History is a great example of how we don't teach history, right? I was talking to Elliot about this because they're learning about wars and stuff, but he doesn't know like what any of this means. And it's like, I was trying to tell him like history is actually fucking so interesting, but they don't teach it
I
to you in an
know.
interesting way because they don't teach it to you in a human way.
Right.
They don't tell you, like, you're forced to learn dates and things that happened, but they don't teach you the like humanity behind why they happened. You know, you learn about trade routes, and it's like you're just learning that there was a trade route, and you're learning that this trade route was, you know, linked to these two cultures, but you're not
But
learning.
what does it even, literally, what is a trade route? Like, I get it, sort of.
It's literally like how we got goods from one place to
Okay.
another place, and they would just move them along those routes. But like, okay, but what did
So
that
it's
really
supply
mean?
chain.
But what did that mean to the society
Yeah.
that established a trade route? Like, if you go, oh, like, let's take the England establishes trade with China, right? And then and China knows how to roast tea leaves in a particular way that England becomes really addicted. They don't see it that way,
Yeah.
but they became really addicted to that tea. And at the same time, but there's a trade imbalance because China doesn't want anything from them.
Right.
And so England, who needs that tea, feels that trade imbalance. And so what they start to do is they start to import opium into China in order to get them addicted. And, the British start to see the Chinese, they look down their noses and look at these dirty Chinese people who are addicted to opium. Meanwhile, they're addicted to fucking tea. Okay. The I forget if it's the Qing dynasty or whoever in China is like seeing what's happening to their population. They try to stop it. And so the British with our help, wage a war on China. These were the opium wars in order to force them to take opium. Meanwhile,
And this was 1776?
meanwhile, fucking England sends an expedition of spies into China, deep into China, to steal this is the first like instance of corporate espionage where they steal.
What was that called?
I don't know if it was called anything.
They didn't have a name for that?
There's a great book called For All the Tea in China that's all about this. And it's like they go in, they steal the way that they did it, and now they start doing this in India. And that's how the British were able to take that monopoly of tea and then own it in the Raj, in their sort of in the India that they controlled, and they could grow the tea there.
I mean,
That's
yes,
fucking
it
fascinating
is,
history.
But also, you take 8-year-olds, they don't drink tea,
Well,
they don't really know what
You
it is, and
wouldn't
they don't
teach
know what
that to
opium
8-year-olds.
is.
But I'm just saying, like, I didn't learn any of that shit in history.
No, I didn't either. Okay, now, you should teach, Daniel, you should revolutionize, you should revolutionize the teaching of history in school, and then they could make a movie about you.
No, thanks.
Okay, a ribosome. So I stand corrected. Do you remember early, like sometime after October 7th, you used the term prosecuting a war? And I was like, I don't think that's right. But it turned out it was right.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised when I find out you're smarter than I am because I have a very
If I lorded it
high
over
sense.
you all the time, it would create too much resentment in our. It's healthy to the balance of our relationship that I play dumb because you have a huge ego. Your ego is based on your knowledge of words, and if I
Yeah,
would
I know.
shatter that, then it would be hard for you. No, I'm lying. I don't think I know more.
I know, but I feel like you're smarter than you think you are, and I'm dumber than I think I am. Really?
No, you're smart.
Well, no, but but apparently I'm not as smart as I think
You
I
just
am.
notice when I know a thing that you don't know, but that doesn't mean
I
I'm
know.
smarter
I
than
notice whenever you know who else is smarter than I am? Wendy Molyneux.
Well,
she knows
Wendy's
gigantic words
Wendy's
and phrases.
smarter than most people.
Yeah,
She's legitimately.
but you're smarter
fucking
than
brilliant.
most people.
I'm not smarter than Wendy.
You're smarter than most people, though, and possibly smarter than I am.
Maybe. I don't think I'm smarter than you. I'm saying maybe because I don't know. I don't think I
You
am.
think you are.
I don't.
You think you are.
I legitimately do not. I'm not just saying that.
Well, anyway, the point is, whenever you say something that I have never heard of or I'm unfamiliar with, I think, oh, please. But it turns out you're right. First with prosecuting the war and next with ribosome. It's a cellular structure that serves as the site of protein synthesis. So it's part of mitochondria then maybe. It acts as a... No, I'm probably wrong. Take me out back and shoot me. It acts as a molecular machine that translates the genetic code carried by mRNA. Excuse me, I don't believe in that. Into proteins. I'm going to say that sentence again without my joke. Translates that, Tony, that's not me telling you to take my joke out because that stays. I'm just saying it got confusing. It acts as a molecular machine that translates the genetic code carried by mRNA into proteins, linking genotype to phenotype. Ribosomes are found in all living cells, both prokaryotic and eukaryotic, and play a crucial role in cellular function.
Fascinating. Have you seen those animations of, I think that's like little amino acids carrying proteins?
No. Oh, maybe they look like little
They have like little legs.
Susian. Yeah.
And they're carrying like a giant
Yeah,
ball.
that's cute.
Yeah.
I still remember all the phases of plant cellular division and some of them of animal cellular division. That's all I remember from biology, really.
I mean, all of that is fascinating. It's like when you think about how plants can convert sunlight into sugar. I mean, like, what? That's crazy.
All right. So moving on, we have some voicemails, which we have been meaning to get to. So we're not going to have a chance to get to all of them.
All right.
Like by a long shot. Okay.
Hi, Alison and Daniel. This is Amy from Seattle. I'm calling to answer the request for comments. How's it going out there? Not great. My dad up and died May 30th. So currently navigating that as well as being the executor to his estate. But even though that is horrible and sad, I just wanted to say thank you for being so open with your journey with that, with navigating grief. And then, obviously I think your estate is more complicated than mine to deal with, but I appreciate having that insight. But now on to less depressing things, but just me or everyone. So when I'm listening to a speech or even long dialogue in a movie or a TV show, I picture a keyboard in my head and myself typing. And I try to see if I can type as fast as they talk. I didn't even really realize that I did that until recently. I think I've done it for a really long time. And I don't know why, except for maybe one day if I can hit my word per minute count, I can moonlight as a court reporter or something. And also, a hey, go fuck yourself to ATM machines. I don't visit them often, but why can they not put all the bills facing the same direction? You're a machine that can count money and read checks, but you can't give me my cash facing the same way. Hey, ATM machines, go fuck yourself.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Love you guys. This has been Amy from Seattle. Bye.
Amy. Sorry about your dad, Amy.
The name Sandwich. Yeah, sorry about your dad, Amy. You and I, it sounds like, are in a similar boat. Although, God willing, I'm nearing the end of this torturous journey. I think, I don't know. It seems maybe.
You're entering the part where you and your sister really
hash it out.
So that's going to be fun.
Yeah. But at least all the the paperwork and the busy work and the I'm spending, this is the 15th time I've been to the bank this week and all of that, which I did all of that, I think is, hopefully there's not a lot of that left.
Yeah.
All the arduous stuff. Now it's just the interpersonal stuff, which is going to just be a fucking nightmare. So, I love You're Just Mirror Everyone. I don't do that, but I want to. Although, as a court reporter, you have a special machine.
That's right.
Special stenography machine.
Those things are wild.
I don't get how they work, but they're neat.
It's like each key is a set of sounds or something. So it's not, it's like combined. You're combining things, so it's fewer keys. I don't know. It's wild. I can't.
And then hey, go fuck yourself. Here.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't care if my bills aren't all faced the same way as.
I think if more people cared, maybe they would do it. I don't know.
I don't know if they would.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would. Thank you for that. All right. We got another one.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Texas. And after a long journey with IVF and a couple losses. Today I got the news that I was pregnant.
Hey.
And I know I can only take it one day at a time because I don't know what the next blood test will say, and I'm just hoping this lasts all the way through, but we're very excited. I'm going to celebrate tonight, and I just wanted to share because I followed you through your fertility journey, and I'm just very excited right now. This is Sarah from Texas.
Sarah.
Congratulations,
Hooray.
Sarah. Yay.
Now, like I said, we're on a delay. This was June 9th.
Hopefully it's...
I hope that everything, I'm scrolling through to see if she called back. She did not. Sarah, let us know how it's going.
Hi, Alison and Daniel. This is Shalay calling from Claremont, California. And
That's where I went to college.
Yeah.
Love it.
smear everyone. I actually realized a couple of days ago, I explained to my husband that when I am trying to decide between two faces, which one is the more attractive one, say I'm looking at a photograph and there's two people side by side, and I can't immediately tell who is better looking.
Okay, first of all, this is a thing you're doing all the time, is it just smear everyone, and I fucking love it.
I have this trick that I do where I dart my focus rapidly from face to face. So basically look at one face and look at the other, then go back to the first and keep doing it as fast as possible in order to determine whose face my eyes prefer to be looking at. And it becomes really clear really quickly. And it's this little trick I've been doing for as long as I can remember.
Oh, no.
Did it cut off?
Yes, but the rest of it is, this is so weird because...
Is it transcribed?
Yeah. Where'd it go? That's so strange.
Dart my focus.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll just read it. That's super weird. So basically, let's see. And it becomes really clear really quickly. And it's this little trick I've been doing for as long as I can remember. And you look back and forth between two faces to decide which one you think is more attractive or which one your eyes prefer. Anyway, this is Chalet from California. Thanks so much. Claremont, California. Thank you guys so much. This is probably a transcribe error. First of all, I love that you're from Claremont. Second of all, I love that you have a little trick to deal with trying to figure out which of two faces is more attractive, because that is not a thing that everyone's doing all the time.
The fact that you feel the need to decide that is
yeah. Unless it's like two pictures of herself that she likes better. Which one?
No, I think
herself?
she's saying two different people.
Yeah. I love this.
Yeah,
I have a thing I do when I'm trying to choose like what piece of furniture. I squint for some reason. Like I can't tell what it really looks like unless I squint and just get like a very hazy.
Well, squinting is a great way to look at like overall structure of something.
I guess that's what I'm doing, because all the time when I'm trying to make a decision, I squint. Even like if I'm looking at me with clothing on in the mirror, I'll squint to try to get a feel for it.
It's probably a good.
I guess I get like I can't see the forest for the trees otherwise, so I squint to see the forest.
That way you're not getting like distracted by detail.
I feel like in life I have a problem getting distracted by detail.
Yeah. So in life, if you learn to squint,
yeah,
at your
because
problems.
Even this whole thing with my mom, I've talked about that. Like, realize, I've talked about, I feel like I see the whole situation so much more clearly now that we're this many months out. And then I'll say, for example, XYZ. And you're like, you didn't realize XYZ right away? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, I did. I was saying that right away. But it has to do with the level of realization. Like, I think I intellectually knew it, but I didn't, the narrative of what went down and how it all happened.
There's different kinds of knowing.
Yeah, is much more innate at this point. I didn't feel it as clearly. I let some things slide that had I internalized everything at the time, I would have seen it differently. Or no, I wouldn't have let it. It wouldn't have been so I let it slide, and months later I'm like, wait a minute, that was what? It's
almost a little Dunning-Kruger in the sense that like you can know something, or you can think you understand something, but you really only understand it on a surface level, but you don't know that because you've never had that knowledge before. And then you'll kind of like get a deeper understanding of it. And you're like, oh, I thought I understood what that meant. Like I knew the fact of it,
right?
But I didn't. There were depths of it.
Yes, the depths of it. Yeah. I think as well, I am someone who has historically been a bad judge of character because because I get caught up in the details. I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Like my dad, and the fact that I was talking to my dad about my dating life so much is probably not healthy. But I was constantly being flirted with by married men, and I would be like, no, but you don't understand. Like, he and his wife don't have a connection anymore, or the X, Y, or Z, Mm-hmm. And my dad, being 100 years old and protective of his daughter, and he's been around the block because he's old, would just instantly be like, this is bad news. Like, and he was right. Mm-hmm. But it's, I also liken it to if Elliot came to us one day and said, there's a Nigerian prince that I want to help out. I got an email. We would 100% immediately know it's a scam, mm-hmm. but he might not because it's the first time he's seen it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how that relates, but it did when I started saying it. Okay.
Hi, Allison. This is Sylvia in DC, and this is a follow-up to a demo. I had called and said I was laid off, and I was really enjoying doing nothing. But prior to being laid off, I really judged people that did nothing. And I actually really want to thank Jeff Fox because he was basically saying, stop feeling guilty for doing nothing. It's okay. And you guys kind of talked about like stupid Protestant work ethic stuff. And I think I just need to hear that. I need to hear it's okay that I've been laid off because the world is shit and I work in civil rights. And it's okay to do nothing for a little bit. And it's not that I have no value. So just wanted to say thanks. Sylvia from DC. Bye.
It is okay. And now my question is, she works in civil rights and she was laid off. Is that because of our government?
I want to add to the, I don't know what we said initially,
something
but I want to say
helpful, clearly.
It's also not actually true that you're doing nothing when you're doing it. Mm-hmm. Like not enough.
I have a point to add to that when you're done.
Yeah. There's not enough respect put on those times when you are doing nothing, because that time is actually when you are dreaming of the next thing. Mm-hmm. That's like, it's sort of the
processing healing time.
Yeah, you
reinventing.
You need that. Yeah, you need that pause in order to gather yourself, dream of the next thing, put those thoughts together. Without that, if you just keep going and going, it's sort of like not sleeping. Like you have to sleep is not inactive. Sleep is active. Your brain, to go back to what we were talking about earlier, like your brain is doing important work while you're sleeping. When you're not working, that is critical time that you need, even if it's just to rest, even if it's just to recharge your battery. And we have this weird like obsession with grind in this culture, and like the opposite is bad too. Like there's cultures where they have no respect for the grind, and that's not a good thing either.
Like who?
I've just been watching some videos of like people from Nordic countries and stuff who come here, and they're like, where I come from, everyone just sits around and does nothing.
Is that like the tall poppy syndrome problem? Like you're not allowed to be excellent?
I don't know. I'm not an expert in these things. I just know that like
I would will to there.
Like in a society like where people don't work hard, there can be a kind of malaise. But it's that balance, but the balance means that you respect one as much as the other. And so enjoy your time, because guess what? You're going to end up working and you're going to wish you had that time back.
Yeah.
So like soak it up, get your rest, recharge your batteries, dream of a new direction. And then what were you going to say? Oh,
yeah. Well, I saw some saying something like maybe the reason you can't get your garden to grow is because you keep cutting your flowers to prove to everyone that you're a gardener. Something like that. And it reminded me of something I have thought about before, which is I remember Bobcat Goldthwait talking about going to a hotel to unplug from everything and just work on a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking at the time, this is when I worked on the Adam Carolla show and was doing my own podcast, I was thinking at the time how that is so opposite, that kind of way of working. The idea of not pointing out what you're doing as you're doing it nonstop. Now I was on a daily podcast, so it's different. But it's so the idea of like, I'm just going to like duck down, take time for myself, work on this thing, perfect it before telling everyone about it is so different than anything I'm doing. Because right now I'm telling everyone about things before I even do them. It like makes me uncomfortable, the idea of hunkering down and really working on something, which by the way, historically has been a problem of mine. Like I published a book, but it's a book of columns. It's a collection of columns. Like I have not been able to put out something long form. And then also I was driving and I was thinking I should ask Michael Showalter to come back on my show. He and I go way back. I should get him on my show. And then I was like, oh, he's probably like super busy directing something really important. Because he's not on social media anymore. And I was thinking that, you know, I haven't heard anything about Michael Showalter in a long time. His name to me has not been in the news. And my assumption is it's because he's busy working on something really prestigious and important. Now, he probably is, because he works on prestigious, important things at this point in his career. However, and to even compare myself, I'm not making a true comparison, but whereas I feel like there's no buzz around me anymore. Do you hear the sound? That's the sound of,
we have flies.
Yeah. But I assume that if I go quiet, the assumption is she's fallen off the face of the earth. But when other people go quiet, I assume it's because they're busy being important. Mm-hmm. But the truth is, it is because I've fallen off the face of the earth. So I guess that's not.
But if you went quiet and you were working every day on something, then if you had that thought that people might think that, you could just go, yes, but they'll learn that I was working on something when this thing comes out.
When the trust administration is complete, they'll know I was working on something. No, I've talked ad nauseum about that. And then another thing, Jillian Gottlieb, who is a comedian and not a comedian. She makes funny videos, and she makes funny videos about skincare, and she's an actress, who I've had on my show. She was doing a Q&A, and she was saying that when people send her mean comments, she's like, why would I care what someone thinks about me who's never met me? They don't know me. Mm-hmm. Why would I care? Why would their opinion affect me? They've never met me.
Right.
And it was such an interesting way of looking at it. Like, it's true. All this negative stuff you might get online, that person has never actually met you. They don't know the real you. Those are all my things. I'm done.
I think the problem with that, though, is that if you're going to truly feel that way, then you can't care about their praise either.
That's what they say. And that's always been a sticking point for me, because I will care about the praise. God damn it. Well, my whole thing, I really do feel like I put the real me out there. Mm-hmm. But if someone doesn't like it, then they don't know the real me. My eyes have been so fucking itchy. If we can talk about medical stuff, because I know that what I heard you say earlier was that you come alive when we talk about medical stuff. Mm-hmm. My eyes are so fucking itchy. And then also I have been getting this stabbing pain in my left ear. And my concern is that what if it's like a tooth in the upper back left of my mouth, because I feel like I don't trust my teeth anymore. Yeah, everything will be fine. And then all of a sudden one has exploded.
Probably that.
You think it is?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Are you saying this in any real way?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So why am I having a stabbing in my left ear? It's pretty annoying and pretty uncomfortable. It hurts. And isn't my tooth? Everyone please weigh in.
Yeah, definitely weigh in. Call and let us know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The number is 323-553-2331. You can call in about that or other things. I would like to thank your husband and mine, Daniel Quantz.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for, listening, saying nice things, and just being our lovely listeners.
You guys are the best. And when people come on the show, they're always like, you have the best listeners.
We really do.
I do. We do. I do. But you do too.
You do mostly.
We do.
I have good listeners. You have great listeners.
Mine excel.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show?